This beautiful system right here is my main PC. So this is the system that I do all of my video editing on, I do most of my gaming on it, and it just generally carries David Does Tech Stuff on its back. And luckily, it's got a nice brawny beefcake back to do a lot of carrying. We've got an RTX 3080 in here, which unfortunately is the EVGA XE3 variant, which I think is the 3080 with the loseriest cooler on it, but you know, it's part of the problem that we're going to try and fix today. And then it's got a 10850K in it. We have a nice EPEAN 32 gigs of RAM in here. All of those specs are all exciting and it's really powerful. I'm very happy with the system, but there are a couple of small issues that I want to fix with it. Now today's video isn't going to be your standard tech YouTuber system overhaul where I take a PC that's already the gaming system of Xerxes and then just like beef it up with custom liquid cooling and just feed it crack until the energy density in it gets so high that it collapses in on itself, causing a black hole that wipes out all life on Earth. Basically, I'm just gonna add a couple of fans to it and change the AIO orientation. On a side note, today's video is sponsored by Dashlane, but more on that later in the video. Oh, I just realized that in that intro I kind of forgot to tell you what the problem is with this system. It's very minor, it's just temperature related. Now the first issue is the stock fans that come with this NZXT AIO aren't very good, they're really noisy. So when there's any kind of considerable load on the CPU, they start ramping up and down their fan speeds wildly, and it sounds like somebody's trying to strangle a diesel engine in a bath. It's very noisy. Now the simple solution to that problem is just change the fan profiles, but there's a bigger problem, and it's the loserish graphics card cooler that we have here. Now the problem is that this radiator mixed with the terrible fans that it comes with means that there's not much fresh air coming into the system, despite the fact that this is the airflow variant of the Corsair 4000D. But while gaming, I can't have the side panel on the case, otherwise the graphics card gets really hot. So while gaming, it quickly climbs to 83 degrees Celsius and then the graphics card starts throttling. Now again, I could just undervolt this GPU, which does work quite well, but I just want to also have much better airflow. So what we're going to do in today's video is I'm going to take this AIO out of the front and I'm going to put it in the top of the case so that we clear up the front, and then I'm going to put two 140mm fans in there so that we get a whole nice bunch of fresh air coming in for this graphics card. I'm also going to change out this exhaust fan, which is the stock one that comes with the system, and then I'm also going to change out these pathetic little stock fans for some EK Vardars. So with that, let's get into it. Now, as you can see, these fans are actually a little bit dusty, and it's because I've been using them for a long time. I think I bought them back while I was still living in Japan, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I've just been using them on radiators since. I just haven't felt like I needed to replace them because they feel like they've been hewn out of adamantium in Mount Doom, so yeah, why would I buy new fans? But with that, let's get started. So I've been looking for this SSD for the last, like, I don't know, 3 months, and it's just been not plugged in the back of the system. Wow, that took no time at all. Okay, well, the next step is to actually put intake fans in here and then replace the exhaust fan back here. And then I'm going to replace them with these, which are Silent Wing 3s. They were the nicest fans I could find in the local shops in stock. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to try them out. I've got two 140mm fans for the front here, and then I've got 120 for the back. The only problem with these fans is that they aren't PWM and they spin quite fast, so I may need to use a low noise adapter, and I'm not sure how that's going to affect their performance. Now, I would have had a better fan selection online, which I may actually pursue later in the video. We'll have to wait and see for that. Now, on the note of online shopping, do you know what I really hate about it? Remembering all those passwords, which neatly brings us to today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Dashlane, which is the password manager that I've been using for a while now and really recommend. If you're the type of person who forgets passwords or has one password for all of your online accounts that consists of basically your birthday and your cat's name, you should probably get Dashlane. Dashlane makes everything you do simpler and more secure by autofilling your passwords and financial information across everything, keeping you secure and making your life easier. Dashlane also works seamlessly on any device you have, which is convenient for when you're on the go. They also have a VPN, so you can access content globally and prevent prying eyes. If this sounds good to you, you can get Dashlane for free on your first device by heading to dashlane.com/David. And if you want to add more devices, you can go premium by using my code David for 50% off premium. Thank you very much, Dashlane, for sponsoring today's video. Ooh, look at that. That's a really solid feeling fan. I like this. It's always a workout breaking that fan virginity. Oh no, I think this fan's dead. Okay, moment of truth number 2. Hopefully that fan works. That one made weird noises as well. It went like and then just stopped spinning. This would be a little bit embarrassing if 2 Vardars have died on me. Yeah, there we go. But now it works, and I think the reason that it didn't work is because I plugged both of the fans into the Kraken's, into the NZXT's like fan hub thing, and these fans are such beefcakes that like the NZXT fan hub can't handle 2 of them. So after all of that, I fired up the system, played around with the AIO's fan profiles a little bit, which was something I had to do from the beginning. But when I went into Premiere Pro and did some scrubbing around and playback and stuff, it's a lot quieter. Now, in terms of the graphics card, the results were far less exciting. I went into a scav run for Escape from Tarkov like before. It's like a degree or 2 lower. It took longer for it to get to like 82 degrees Celsius, but it still got to about the same point. But then I thought maybe I can actually remove the low noise adapter from those 2 Silent Wing fans in the front, but then they become pretty noisy, so no, that wasn't an option. So my final option was to do a quick undervolt on the card. This is what the graph looked like. I didn't put a huge amount of effort into it, but that actually dropped the temperatures by another degree or so. But it had a much bigger effect than that, because instead of the GPU boosting to about 1770 megahertz max like it was before, it was boosting much more normally for a 3080. We were getting about 1870 megahertz around there. So the temperatures aren't significantly lower, but we're actually boosting to a point that makes sense for the graphics card. Now, in all honesty, this EVGA XE3 card is pretty stupid. The main reason that I bought it initially was because I wanted a small 3080 that I could fit into tight spaces for videos. And I did those videos, but now I'm stuck with a 3080 that its temperatures aren't great. Like, it's pretty stupid that in a case with good airflow and the side panel closed, even undervolted, you're still sitting in the 80 degrees Celsius with this cooler. Like, it's not perfect. Quick note from future David here. I did end up swapping out those Be Quiet fans in the front for Noctua NFP14Ss, which are not only PWM, but they also are much quieter at their 1500 RPM speed. And after swapping them in there, the airflow in the case went from an asthmatic cough with the Be Quiet fans to a gentle typhoon. And, well, now the gaming temperatures are way better, and I can actually game with the side panel on. So great success there. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Let's end off the video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please do like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And until the next video, bye-bye.